Greetings to the 13 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Abba Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, much love and much prosperity attend you, family, for you are the reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, and so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yehovah saith unto Yehukanah the Revelator, sealed not the prophecies of this book, for the time is simply near. Exactly what we are doing here, family. Decoding end times prophecies, signs, and dreams, in preparing people like you, body like you, house like you, for the returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due eternally our worship, praise, love, honor, service, glory, riches, power, wealth, yes, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, my eternal husband, yes, my comforter, yes, the very oxygen eternal in me. I love the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, Horobo Shandayaba, the very DNA of Abba Yehovah. I mean the true essence, the fire. Yes, Abba Yehovah, you have been worshipped, loved, honored, praised, served in the temple of your eternal handmaid, your very eternal Isha. For you are my Ish. I love you, Abba. Yes, you are the reason for life. You are just one thing Mariam needed, and she has already gotten it. And nothing, absolute, will take you away from me. Ha ha ha. I love you, Abba. Thank you, Abba. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right, now, family. Here we are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yehovah with this powerful message titled For You and Me. COVID-19 is Yehovah's hunger, destroying souls because of Jesus' pastors' sins. All right? Whenever a watcher, Abba Yehovah, sets upon the land, when they, sinned, that is going to brings about Yehovah's wrath upon the ships. So let's see how does this play out. Okay, like I always love to say, it's not by sensation, not by radiation burning, not by emotion, okay, not by feelings at all, but by the royal law's objective. So COVID-19, it is Abba Yehovah's wrath upon the nations, because the very watchers sent over them rebelled against the one that sent them. So we're going to be having about 3 characters over here, but we'll stick with 2. Men of Yehovah Sion in the royal law, and how thousands upon thousands died because of their reckless, conduct. Like all these ones, especially this one that displays people's mind. Look at this. Is this called by Yehovah? You see, unbeliever ridicule him, mock him, mocking our book. That is bringing about wrath. So notwithstanding, or rather with this being said, let us put, the scriptures to validate this very title. All right, now, family. Oh, my father, what is happening over here? The record is a bit dull. I don't know what it is. Anyway, yes, it's clear now. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right, now, family. Let's discuss the mind of Yehovah. Here we are. Oh, my father, yes. In the book of Yeshayahu, best known as Isaiah 62, verses 6, I have set a watchman, not a. Let me take it. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, we shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silent. So who is the watchers? They're supposed to be the watchers. So what are they after now? Only your money. And what your anxious ears wants to hear. Not to give you the rightful word of Abba Yehovah. Okay, in order for you not to stray away from Yehovah. But rather they are just pumping lies in your ears. Just to become your friend. Because I know you begin to speak about, the truth from the royal law. Many people is going to decide you. But that doesn't matter. Do it the way it's supposed to be. In order for you not to bring wrath upon the innocent souls. All right now, their sins is what is bringing about this heavy punishment. And what is still on the way coming. Like the sins of Pharaohs brings about destruction upon the best armies of Pharaoh. Upon the innocent soul, firstborn of Pharaohs. The Egyptians, all their firstborn, go down the grave. Who sinned? It is the sins of their leader, Pharaohs. Pharaohs that's supposed to be watching for them through the eyes of the royal law, but rather Pharaoh now begin to watch over them through paganism. Likewise this. Anyway, let's begin to dig into the first character, the watcher. Who did this wickedness at first? And what did you and I inherited from that wickedness that took place at first? Let's go right back to the beginning. Now, where we just came from, Yeshayahu, said, this watchman ought not to, silence night or day. They are your watchmen that Abba was sent over you. So what put them out to sleep now? When you read Matthew chapter 13, as the biblical Messiah said, why may fall asleep? Then the wicked one, the enemy now came to do what? To sow the wrong seed, to plant serpentine seed among the sheep of Jehovah. In that particular place, seed, he was talking about teachings. So why these people, fall asleep, becoming lukewarm, lust after properties, try to inherit the whole world in order for them to lose their souls, giving their souls in exchange of properties, and the devil now sneaking, he's the enemy, and now sow the wrong seed. Sunday is the number one wrong seed. It is the greatest abomination in the list of abomination. Sunday as your day of rest, it is the greatest abomination. It simply means walk in time eternal. No rest, because it is the first day of the week. And we say the first day of the week, what did he do works? There is no rest. And likewise, Freak Day, Friars Day, it is working time, which is 6 days of the week. So why may fall asleep? The enemy that first of all supposed to be watching over you and me came into sowed the lust of their heart into all these men. All right, now let's begin. Here is the very first one. Listen, Bereshit, best known as Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yehovah Elohim had made. Okay, I think we're going to go where Abiyawa judges him. Okay, now he fell already. So what did he put him for? And what did Abiyawa ask him to do? Yes, it is guarding, to watch over the first man and to watch over the first woman. So what did you and I inherited today from that folly? Because the watcher fails. The watcher fall asleep, then lust after, to inherit the word. He said, for the word has already been given unto him. He can give it to whosoever he wishes, because that is what he longs for. Fighting for the property, okay, and giving his soul to eternal destruction. Right? First of all, let's go to where Abiyawa judges him. That is going to, give a better understanding to Genesis 3. This is Allah, okay, the fallen seraphim. And this is how Allah is buried in Aramaic. For this is the spelling of Arab. Allah in Arab. Now, in the holy language, what did Allah means? Simply mean curse. This is it. Allah means a curse in the holy language. Do you know how many languages we have here on earth? So many. So many. Now, why is it that the name of Allah, the meaning in the holy language simply means curse? Coincidence? No, it's a sign. This was the very first time Abiyawa pronounces curses from his mouth. It's a sign. And we now see that logo today in Allah's name. This is how Allah is being written in Arabic. For the snake. This is Allah. The fallen seraphim, the high-ranking angel. You can see Yeshayahu, best known as Isaiah chapter 6. They had the highest ranking. They almost got the attribute of Abiyahu. So you also see him over here in the Garden of Eden. Now we are in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, 11 to 19. Quickly, let me read, because this is where we want to dwell on. The first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. So we will dwell on this folly, and we'll also dwell on the folly of Father Abraham. Father Abraham did fall, is sealed, and that brings about Ishmael, that is going to bring about the confirmation of Quran, a double-edged sword in our neck. If you don't cover to this, you see this how Allah is being written. Do your research, you're going to see it's everywhere. You see a sword and you see the head of the snake always ready to bite. This is it. It's a sign. It's a sign. It's a huge sign. And its name in the Hebrew language, best known as Hebrew language, okay, it simply means curse. And that was the very first time Abiyawa released his curse in this entire world. I never know when Abiyawa begins to exist to. Okay now. Ezekiel chapter 28, verses 11. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyros, and say unto him, Thus saith Jehovah Elohim, thou sealest up the sum full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Who is the king of Taros? Listen up. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of Jehovah. Was this king of Taros in Eden? No, he was speaking to the strong man inside that man, just like Pharaoh. Let me give you a better understanding, okay? All right, Ezekiel 29, verses 3. Speak and say, thus saith Jehovah Elohim, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragon. So did you see the authority? The dragon, which is Allah again, the fallen seraphim. Now, what is seraphim? Seraphim simply means they are blazed one, the fire. And fire is the true essence of Abba Yehovah. When we get to the true essence of Abba Yehovah, it's all fire, it's ablaze, head to toe. He needs the offering, that is human Yahushua. Okay, his body he gave unto you and me in order for us to come, in order for him to relate to you and me. He gave his word and form it into a body, you and I. Okay, but his true essence, it is fire. And seraphim, that is what seraphim means. Seraphim simply means the fiery ones. They are blessed ones. That is plural. Okay, plural. Now in singular, what is seraphim? In singular is because seraphs. So meaning what? Fiery flying serpent. Seraphs. Fiery flying serpent. Fiery flying serpent. So that is what it is. And we see the logo of Allah just like a snake. And his name, Allah, means in the holy language, curse. Did you get that now? So let's return back to the Garden of Eden. So now you know already whom Yahuwah was speaking to. He said, Pharaoh, I'm against you, the great dragon. Who is the great dragon? The one that deceiveth the whole world. He said, that old serpent. So let's return back to Ezekiel 28 now. So, King of Taros was never in no Garden of Eden, but the strong man inside of him, Allah and Jesus. We are coming to that. Verses 12 now. Son of man, take up a lamentation. Okay, I read that already. Now 13. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of Jehovah. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardis, the topaz, and the diamond, and the beryl, and the onyx, and the jasper, and the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold, and workmanship of thy tabrets, and of thy paps was prepared in thee in the day that thou wast created. Let me tell you, it is speaking of now. This is the high priest of praise. That this deity, when he opened his mouth, his mouth, there's gonna, guitar, gonna hear the sound of guitar, keyboard, bands, every instrumentalist of praiser is being built upon this one being, okay, to worship Jehovah and to teach me how to do that. Yes, Jesus is speaking to Jesus, okay? Here, listen now 14. Thou art the anointed cherubim. Do you know what cherubim is? Simply, okay, here we'll explain it better. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth. Now, who cover you and me here? Yahushua HaMashiach, his blood. And this is the one's duty of Jesus Christ. And he still retained that old glory in a very deceiving way. That was why he said, he said, do not marvel, for Satan masked up himself as an angel of light. It was one light of the world. That was his duty, to light you and me, to teach you and me how to worship Yehovah. But they failed. That was their duty, the seraphims, is Abba Yehovah covering in heaven. He's supposed to be covering Abba Yehovah's feet here on earth in his throne, right in the Garden of Eden. He missed it because he said he is more crooked. He's more subtle. Yes, he's the highest angel. Okay? He almost got the attribute of Abba Yehovah. That is why he led a war. In Revelation chapter 12, he led a war. He wanted to overthrow Abba Yehovah. Then he got cast out. Now he's speaking of the Jesus. You will see the fire. When he says fire, he's speaking of seraphims, fallen seraphims, which is Allah. Thou hast anointed cherub that covereth, and have said this so, Thou was upon the holy mountain of Yahweh. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fires. Stone, who is stone? Yahushua gave the chief cornerstone. Allah was a stone. Allah was a seraphim, but he fell. Allah is the fire over there. Fire simply means seraphims. That almost got the attribute, the high ranking angel. You can see Yeshayahu chapter 6 for that. They never sleep night and day. Holy, 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 holy. But he fell. Their duty here was to worship Yahweh the way they do in heaven, and to teach you and me how to do that here on earth. So let that will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. These are the ones that are supposed to bring the ways of Abba Yahweh in heaven down here on earth, to teach you and me how to do that. But they fail. So when they fell from that glory, what happened to you and me? Listen. Okay, 15 now. Thou was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created till iniquity was found in thee. Now you can see Isaiah 14, 12 to 15, when he began to say, I'm going to make myself like the Most High. I will sit in the congregation. This glory, I will not give it to you. Even my own thought, I'm going to raise it above your head. You said me should teach me how to worship you. No, no way. Me going to sit in that throne. Adam and Kawa, they're going to worship me. Any of their posterity is going to worship me. I'm going to steal this earth from you. I will inherit this earth. Don't even try. No glory for you. You remain there in heaven. And let me be controlling here on earth. That was what it was just going on. Except for you said in thy heart, I will make myself like the most. I will ascend. I will ascend above the highest. Okay? I will sit in the midst of the congregation and make myself like the Most High. That was the sin found in his heart. By the multitude, listen up, by the multitude of thy merchandise, thou hast filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. What is sin? Breaking the royal law. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of Yahuwah, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherubim, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thou hast, okay, thy heart was lifted up because of thy beauty, because I gave you power, anointed, power of Yahuwah. For thou you now begin to feel pomp. Thou hast corrupt thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. You see, brightness, light. What is when you go to Isaiah 14, bright morning star. He called him Lucifer. What is Lucifer? Light bringer. Allah should have been to cover your feet here on earth. Okay? Feet simply means to rule. And Jesus' duty should have been light of the world. But he's still playing that, okay? That is not me light bringer. So he should have been the light of the world. But he missed it. Just for you and me. Take it, get the glory from us, bringing it back to Abba Yehovah. The ground, okay. Brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defied thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thy iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic. Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. He shall devour thee. That is your boss lady is going to destroy you. Your boss lady is going to torture you. And I will bring thee to the ashes. That is link of fire upon the earth in the sight of all them that behold thee. Anyone that also follow you, you are all going down. All they that know thee among the people shall be astonished as thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shalt thou be any more. All right, now you see, so the saint, mighty powerful angel. The first ranking angel is seraphims, and the second ranking angel is covering, which is cherubims. They fell from glory. And when they fell, so what do you and I inherit? Because as soon as they fell, you should have been watching for the first man and the first woman. So what did they do? Now they fell, they corrupt, they defile their sanctuaries already. They now goes to the first man and the first woman and deceive the first woman, in order for her to also fail. And what do you and I read since that time up to this very moment? Death. And so it's also inheriting the link of fire. Because of these two deities that fell from glory, billions, trillions upon trillions of soul is going to the link of fire. That brings about it. When a watcher that's supposed to watch over you sinned, yes, then it's going to be a partaker of their punishment. You and I will see today. Abba initially did not make anybody to die. But because of their sin, he said, don't touch that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you do, you will die. That simply meant to separate eternally from Abba Yehovah. And we see they deceived the first man and the first woman, and they did touch them and ate of their nonsense. And that brings about eternal destruction. And we partake. That's why we die today. And that brings about this suffering today. The sins of the first watchers, we are still going through the punishment today. So whenever a supposed man of God sinned, you are bringing Yahweh's wrath upon the flocks. Let's quickly read the sin, okay, that was found in him. Say, iniquity was found in you and you sinned. Now you see Isaiah chapter 14, 12 to 15. How art thou fallen from heaven? Oh, Lucifer. What is Lucifer? Light bringer. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst to weaken the nations. You see, he weakened the nations right from Genesis 3. And that brings about the link of fire because they sinned. Mighty, powerful angels sinned. And you're going to also see that in Genesis 6, the watchers watch over these people. You now begin to, play a part and add in your own. 13 now. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Jehovah. I will sit also upon the mouth of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Abba Yahweh said, go and take care of these children for me. Just teach them how we are doing it, how the worship is going on, the business is going on in heaven. Bring that glory down here on earth. He said, no, I'm going to be using that glory for myself. Everything begin to run in his heart. And we see that sin today, what it costs you and what it costs me. It's going to cost a lot of people, eternal destruction. Like Isaiah 5, verses 40 said, every now and then the lake of fire always enlarges their belly, enlarges her belly, because a lot, so many uncountable is going down. That is the broad way. But who brings about that? The Christian pastors today. Okay, we are not going to study. We are not going to read this. You can do that in your quiet time. I quote Isaiah chapter 6 already. You're going to see the seraphims over there. Simply mean the fiery ones in plural. Now singular, seraph. Seraph simply mean fiery flying serpent. Now Genesis 3 can also study that. There we see the first death cause, which we found again today in the logo of Allah. Allah in the holy language simply means cause. It's a sign. Now Revelation, okay, yes, the link of fire. I think I will also read that. So now, David, King David, whom you call David, sinned. When he sinned, First Chronicle chapter 21, 1 to 40, you can read it. How many people died? Satan now goes to him and says, go and number it. How many is your people? I want to know. Satan did that. So what is number? It simply means marks, to put a mark on your forehead. Okay? To be marked, it said, let me be numbered among the living. You can see what number what it means is to put a seal of ownership in you. Where is it? Shemo, yes, Exodus 30, where is it now? Yeah, Exodus 30, 12 to 16. You're going to see it over there when Abba Yahweh said, prepare us and marks us for salvation. And Satan also came to King David and said, go and number how many people you are. So initially it was saying, go and number. I want to put the seal of ownership of me. That is mark of the beast on them. And King David went. Indeed, he marked them. He numbered them. Now came to give account. And that was a great wickedness. You want to number, you want to give the mark of the beast to the people of the book. So Abba Yahweh slay. David sinned, but David did not got killed. But Abba Yahweh killed 7,000 men for that reason. What about Aaron? Exodus again 32. Aaron was the one who sinned, who made the god a calf. Okay, but Aaron was not killed by Yahweh. Who got killed? 3,000 men. You see, now serpent got killed eternal. And likewise, people is also going along with him. Now, Father Abraham also did likewise. He sinned. So that's what we want to dwell on. And we'll be using that of fallen seraphims and fallen cherubims to be confirming that of Father Abraham. So I just quote that of David. He sinned. 7,000 men died because he sinned. Now that of Aaron, he sinned. He built them the golden calf. He couldn't do the works of Yahweh. He now began to do what pleases his heart, just to please men. What happened? People got killed, 3,000, but he was spared. Why both was spared? Yes, because they did not continue in iniquity. They did that mistakes and they repented. But the source goes for it. Now, Christian pastor, they said they don't sin. They said they are angel. They said they are this. They want to Jesus. No, Jesus is falling, and he still teach you how to not to fall. When they both fell, seraphims and cherubim, when they fell, what did they do? The first person for them to take that madness to was also the first man and the first woman. So they fell already. They also want people to fall along with them. So those one, you see the way they got killed, like many Christian pastors is also going to get killed because they are not repenting. But before they will get killed, you see the world is going to perish. Many, many means the days of Noah. All right now, because the sins of Father Abraham had its fulfillment in these last days, which is the Sharia law, the Third World War, the Great Tribulation. Father Abraham brings about that. He sinned, but he was spared. But do you know how many souls that goes down to the grave through his mistakes? But he was spared. He was spared. He listened to his wife. After the horrible child is being given, is now said, listen to your wife, Abi Yehovah, when the promised child now came, and chase that child away, because he wanted to slew Isaac. We got that from the book of Yashar. So that was why Mama Sarah said, no, 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 you have to get rid of him. But he's still coming to slew us. I read now. Genesis 12:2. I will make of thee a great nation. Okay? Yeah, after Abba Yehovah promised him that he's going to make him a father of many nations. 3 now. I will bless them that bless you, okay? Cause them that call and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So you're going to be father of many nations. He gave him the promise over here. Let's go to where he also repeated it again. But through your wife, this is what I'm going to do for you. Now, Genesis 50, you can read it all. It's about the promised child too. And Abraham said unto Jehovah, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless? I don't have no child. And this steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus. And Abraham said, behold, to me thou hast given no child, no seed. And lo, one born in my house is my heir. And behold, the word of Jehovah came unto him, saying, this shall not be thy seed, but he that shall come forth out of thee, come forth out of thy own bowels shall be thy own seed. Okay, Abba will give him a sign. In fact, your great grandchildren, they're going to be a slave, okay, in the land of Egypt. Now, chapter 16, we read now, verses 1. Now, Sarah, Abraham's wife, bore him no children, and she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Agar. And Sarah said unto Abraham, behold, now Yahweh had restricted me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abraham hearkened to the voice of his wife. And Sarah, Abraham's wife, took Hagar in a bam. So what happened? See, the pregnancy came. And what kind of child? Now verses 11. So as soon as the Ishmael came, a guy taking seed, he wanted to chase away Mama Sarah. He now began to mock Mama Sarah. He now began to ridicule her. He now began to call her a failure because Mama Sarah wanted to help Yehovah. And he listened. He didn't say, no, I have a promise, but Abiwa through you. No, he sinned. He went for the voice of woman, ushers in Sharia law. Now 11, listen now. And the angel of Yahweh said unto her, Hagar, behold, thou art with child, and hast bore is and shalt bore a son, and shall call his name Ishmael. Let me tell you, Abba Yahweh named Ishmael while Ishmael was still in the womb. What is the meaning of Ishmael? God hears. God hears. That is what Ishmael called. God, Abba Yahweh said, I'm going to answer. Their covenant is almost here. And that this is the shaking, the little horn for 1,000 years to convert the whole world to Islam, or your head being chopped off if you said no. You have two options. Build your ark, or you get ready for Sharia law. Abba was going to answer. Listen, 11. Okay, shall be called Ishmael, because Yahweh had heard that affliction. Okay, 12. And he will be a white man. His hand, it said he's going to be, excuse me, and he will be a white donkey of a man. His hand will be against every nation, and every man's head against him. He shall dwell in the presence of his brethren. He's going to rule as a king. Why? That is Sharia. They say his head is going to be against every nation here on earth. That is Sharia law. 100% they will rule. And we are navigating into their reigning time. Into their ruling and reigning time. That's it. We put some more. Because Father Abraham sinned. And when you convert to Islam, it means eternal link of fire. And if you don't cover, they will chop off your head. What brings about this? It is Father Abraham. But he sinned, he's saved. But a lot of people's souls is going to miss the eternal kingdom and goes to the eternal suffering. Who brings about that? Father Abraham. Exactly what Christendom pastor did brings about this great destruction going on today here on earth. The worst is still on the way coming. So you see, Allah, tell me now what is the difference from a snake, a serpent? He's a fully seraphims. The sun is everywhere. And in Quran, chapter 3, I think 55 says so, that Allah is the best of all deceiver. I will be sure later. 3 scripture. Before I memorize that Quran. Okay. When you go to Revelation chapter 12, verses 9, it said the great dragon, that old serpent. What is serpent? Fiery flies, what is that great serpent? Simply means seraphs. Seraphs. You see, this is how Allah is beauty. You see a beheaded sword? You see Allah? A curse. It's coming to curse the whole world. He has been cursing everywhere right from Genesis 3. Allah simply means curse. So he sinned. That ushers in eternal link of fire. And trailers upon trailers upon trailers is going to be roasting and rusting in the eternal link of fire because of the ban of a God that's supposed to be a watch over soul sinned. Now I want to do that of Father Abraham, the confirmation of Quran that Father Abraham ushers into this world. Galatians chapter 4, verses 22. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by a bondwoman and the other by a free woman. Okay? But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh. Now, come on, what is this? They say flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah. This is what came out from Father Abraham on clean body. You know, Ishmael came while he was still yet uncircumcised. And he still have that, excess luggage, he brought from the Babylonian. He was not yet circumcised. And that is the body that gave birth to Ishmael, a man of flesh. And that man of flesh is coming to teach you how not to dwell in flesh. Because flesh and blood can never inherit the kingdom of Yehovah. A man of flesh is on his way coming. What brings about that? Father Abraham. And the Lord is going to be destroyed. Exactly what we are seeing today in the Christian, their wickedness, running after 4 private jets, gaining the whole world, giving their soul in exchange for property. Now amazing. The ministry, the congregation to be a graveyard. Because everybody know, let me tell you, 2 police, no. On Friday, 1 police now went to the mosque. He goes, oh no. He began to quote the Holy Quran, the Holy Allah, the Holy Quran. They put that 2 video. I'm going to play one day. They put it together. That was on Friday. He exalt and elevate Quran. Now, when that gets to Christian church, what did he do? He was just quoting. The Bible was not holy. The God of Christianity wasn't holy. Only the Bible Romans Apostle Paul, he now begin to quote. But when he was quoting, in the case of Quran, he was saying the Holy Quran. Why? Because he knew the Islam is worshiping Allah in truth and in spirit. They love Allah so well. They are not doing it for business. But that of Christianity, the whole world know now they are just trading on. Is their business ground. Is the most powerful business going on earth today. He know they are not doing it because they love their God. He know they are not doing it because they love souls. They're just doing it for their own benefit to get money and buy private jets. They arrested him, but for the Islam, they never even touched them. The two videos there, I have it. When I saw it, I said, you see, this is why my hunger is going to bear against them. It's going to confirm Quran. And there you will know what it is. The days of Noah, how ugly it is. That's how you're going to know. We are all doing this in order for you to come out from their camp and return back to the royal law. That's it. Now, I read the 24. Which things are allegory for these are the two covenants. One from Mount Sinai, which grandereth to bondage, which is Agar. Islam is bondage, eternal. Father Abraham now confirmed the fallen seraphims. The fallen seraphim now put him his seed among the sheep. He said, why man slept? The watcher slept. Why man slept? The enemy, Allah, the enemy, the fallen seraphims. Jesus, the fallen cherubims, now sneak into planting Ishmael, that is bringing about double-edged sword. Sharia law, if you see how ugly it is. I think I'm going to be doing that now that COVID-19 is a shadow of a thing to come. Of course, is it teaching you something? It have taught me a lot. That's why I keep doing messaging about it. In fact, I bet your wife is the one revealing it unto me, okay? Not I. 24. So which things are allegory? For these are the two covenants, one from the Mount Sinai, which granteth to bondage, which is that is link of faith, bondage. Is bondage. 25. For this Agar is Mount Sinai in Arabia, and answereth to Jerusalem, which now is and is in bondage with our children. Did you get that? Who put her children in bondage? Father Abraham opened that door. Mahdi is coming to confirm. Oh no, Quran for 1,000 years, which is the little home. So Ishmael is the seed of serpent. There's a mystery huge beyond that. Of course, that was why it's being cut off from our lineage and be sent back and give it to the gods of his mother. Allah is the god of Egypt, which is the moon god they served over there, which is Allah, the gods of their mother. That is whom they are worshipping. Christians still also worship the gods of their mother, Keturah, okay, worshipping the sun because he sent all of them to the east. The sun worshipper is the greatest abomination. Okay, right now, I read Luke chapter 17. I'm going to be reading because the signs, you see, the signs of the last days, or rather the signs of the biblical Messiah's coming. Luke chapter 17, 26. And as it were in the days of Noah, so it shall be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat. That is group celebration. They did eat. They drink. That is group celebration. Your Christmas, your Easter, your nonsense, your Sunday, your stupidity. And this is how they fail to watch over you in righteousness, and they are watching over you in iniquity. Both you, if you don't run out of their camp, will be slain. Through who? Islam. Because they are coming to confirm Quran. They did eat, they drink. They married wives. They were given in marriage. This is something they are doing in group. The watchers that are supposed to watch over Makkah in Genesis chapter 6, they fell lost. And now pick the daughters of the sons of men and now marry them. And now begin to usher in Ishmael, the seed of serpent, the giant, okay, the alien. And that is the era we are today. Spiritually, we are in the days of Noah, in the days of Lot. In the days of Noah, we now see fallen deities, seraphims, fallen cherubims, Jesus and Allah and their kind they now begin to go into marital affair, and women are beginning to bring children for them. And Yahushua said that is the sign of his coming. Now, what is wrong is Yahushua against marriage. Of course, he himself instituted marriage in Genesis chapter 2. So what kind of marriage they were marrying, marrying themselves and also giving their children? This is the kind of marriage. And what are they bringing into this world? Giant called Ishmael. Follow up, want to do that. COVID-19 is a shadow of things to come. Now, Passover is on its way coming. Did you know anything about that? No. But you know Easter. All right, now, 27. They did eat, they drink, they married wives, they were given in marriage. So you are married unto the devil, and you also initiate your children into marrying a Satan. Now let me tell you, only 8% in this population on earth is the seed of Abayowa. 92% are sympathizing like Ishmael. And Abayowa said, I'm gonna hear. Because Ishmael kept the Quran. Allah said kill and be killed. And they honor that. Allah said the set apart day is Friday. And they honor that. They don't mix it up. Christianity, when did you say Sunday? You don't care. Well, this is all this nonsense, you don't just care. And Abba is going to confirm Quran in order to wipe you all of you away. And this message is to make you run out of their camp. Say, come out of her, my people, so that you will not be a partaker of her place. Simply put, you will be punished for what you don't know about. If you remain there, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It did not say the serpent children are destroyed for lack of knowledge. No, my own people. I read, until the day that Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed all of them. 28. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. Okay, in the days of Lot, oh my father. In the days of Lot, okay, oh my father, 28. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. Okay, they did eat, they drink. It's a group of a thing. They bought and they sold. Jesus is the most powerful market business going on here today on earth. That was why the policeman did not he did not honor Jesus. He did not care about the gods of Christian. He said, follow us and come and do some explanation. They sold and they plant. They built it up. Powerful business. But the same day, Lot went on. Fire came down. That is link of fire. Okay. Now Yahushua said we should remember Lot's wife. What did Lot's wife do? She looked back to Genesis. That was why she was destroyed. Say, run for your life and don't look back. But she looked back to Genesis 6. That was why Genesis 6, Genesis 3, Christianity is looking back to this holy deity. And that brings about destruction. Family, we are done also for now. So the